How to build a social media presence and build a brand. Ever release activewear. Ooh, someone said, what is your unpopular opinion? I feel like I kind of have a lot of unpopular opinions. I just kind of keep them to myself. Have Bronson and I ever gone on a break / broken up? We're working on it. We're working on it, okay? All right, everybody, the day has come. I'm doing a Q&A today, but I must grab the coffee first. I have no idea where I'm gonna do this at. I have a lot of mirrors, but like none in a good place to do my makeup. Oh, we're also doing Get Ready With Me? I know. You guys have been asking for this for a really long time. Just forewarning, I'm not a makeup guru, but I have gotten better, so that's something. We need makeup, we need lotion. Okay, let's go. All right. Oh, way too high. Way too low. Ah, good morning, y'all. It's actually like 1 already, so definitely afternoon, but regardless, hi, welcome back to my channel. I asked on my Instagram for you guys to ask me questions, okay? Also, you've been begging me for a makeup tutorial. You know, I don't know why. I don't know why, because there are many other people that are better at that, but I will show you regardless, because I do have some staple products that I think y'all would like, so I will share those. But also, we're gonna do a Q&A because you guys asked some really good questions. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have not read through the questions yet. So, I'm assuming they're gonna be good. I need to start with moisturizer. I use the one from Peter Thomas Roth. This one. That's what it looks like. I really like watery moisturizers, not oily at all, because it makes me break out. So, I like this one a lot. I think it's pretty good. I'm also kind of sitting far away from the mirror, so I hope this actually turns out. I guess we'll see. Also, what I always do before I do my makeup is I put in these eye drops from Lumify. Wait. What the frick? I was not cut out for this. And so, now let's get into the first question. Why are you choosing to keep Project C a secret? That's a good question, actually. I guess just because we've been working on it for so long that with social media and when you're like building a business, if you tell people things like too soon, people just kind of like become uninterested, kind of, if that makes sense. So Project C is something like the biggest thing Bronson and I have ever done, ever, and it actually just, we made the decision to make it even bigger than what we were going to do originally. So I guess why we kept it a secret is just because I don't want to like tell you guys something's coming. Like I feel like I kind of did that with Healthies a bit. I wanted to share the process of it though, so that's why I told you so early, but now it's like I feel like I'm letting you guys down because when there's setbacks and roadblocks, I don't want to like set expectations and then not meet them. Does that make sense? With Project C being such a big project, yeah, I felt like it was probably just better to kind of keep that one behind the scenes until we were ready to actually like launch the product. But I'm so excited. We're getting so close, and like I say that with 100% confidence because we've just finalized a lot of stuff in the recent weeks. Yeah, Healthies and Project C, like they're both moving a lot quicker than they have been. So first I'm gonna start with foundation, obviously. Okay, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do first, foundation or concealer, but I kind of just do them all at the same time and then like blend them together. If I'm going like out and I want like long lasting, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation, I am wearing a 6.5, that's the shade. It really is so good and it does not feel cakey at all, which I hate cakey makeup. But then like for every day, if you just want like sheer coverage and also an SPF, obviously the Bare Minerals is my go-to. It's a complexion rescue. Oh my gosh, this little bang won't freaking stay back. She says, give me the tea on body image, your thoughts / your own body image. Okay, so I feel like my body image has been kind of up and down recently, which is, I don't know, kind of normal. Like I feel like I've always kind of struggled with body image stuff ever since college and high school, just because, I don't know, you guys know, like the whole story of Big Mama. It's like I had coaches, teammates, like everyone called me Big Mama. Everyone. Fans at Baylor, everyone called me a Big Mama, okay? Like it wasn't just like, I don't just call myself that, like it was like given to me. In high school, it really bothered me, to be honest. Like it bothered me a lot just because when your body's changing and like, I don't know, especially back in the day, like with how it was like in to be skinny, being called Big Mama, I was like, not ideal, not exactly what I wanted. As time has gone on, I've just realized like what Big Mama actually means to me, and it's like I did something that very few people do. It's like play a college sport at the highest level and really excel in my quads and my legs like carried me through that. Big Mama has kind of become like, I've kind of found confidence in it as well, which is weird because it's something that used to make me insecure, but now it's something that I kind of like. And honestly, what's helped is when you guys send me messages and stuff and you're like, you embracing like your Big Mama thighs and stuff, like it really helps me embrace my own and like love my body as it is. And like you guys have no idea how much that means to me, just because it has been like a struggle my entire life really. I've been insecure about my legs. I don't know, it just makes me really happy. Bare Minerals, this is just their concealer. I feel like this one is a bit light for me, but I did want it to be lighter, but I feel like this is a bit light. I honestly have no idea how to do concealer and I feel like it never really looks right, but this is what I do. Honestly, I'm gonna kind of lead into talking about something else, kind of answering that question, but I feel like weightlifting actually impacts my body image, to be honest, which sounds so weird, but just because it's like the feeling that I get. I work out for my mental health, but also just because I love it. I feel like that's most people. Weightlifting just doesn't give me the same feeling that I like strive for from a workout as like running, sprints, hit circuits, classes. I just am really love like spiking my heart rate and feeling exhausted, and I don't really feel like I feel that way from lifts. Lifts kind of leave me feeling like super heavy, not like exhausted of energy, but like it's a different type of tired. And so I don't lift as often anymore. I'm not into it right now. That's what I love about fitness, is there's so many different ways to move your body. You don't have to just pick one thing and stick to it. And I feel like with social media, I love that lifting and girls building muscles like I love that that is like what's in, you know what I mean? But it doesn't make me almost feel guilty sometimes, because I'm like, I don't love lifting right now. Like that's not really what I'm into right now. I'm kind of more into like running and hit circuits, and I feel like most people are not doing that, at least what I've seen on social media. So I'm kind of trying not to let that like affect me, but it's hard when you like consume social media every day and like you see everyone doing that and you're like, oh, I feel like I should do that too. Okay, I'm doing like a super light powder. I don't love the look of powder, so like I really do like the lightest amount possible. Kind of like tap it into the spots where I get oily versus like everywhere else. I'll just kind of like brush it. Your girl's got a greasy forehead, okay? I definitely should have gotten like a lighter powder. This is a kind of tan for me. It's the Bare Minerals Original Foundation. This one does have an SPF in it, and I really like this one. I also like the Bare Pro. I think this one's actually better. I just wanted one with an SPF. And this one's also not the right color for me, so I don't use it right now. Oh, a lot of you guys were wanting a piercing tour of my ears. I am obsessed with my piercings, okay? So let me show you. On this ear, I have like my normal hole and then a tiny stud above it, and then my seconds, and then a tiny stud above that, and then my thirds, and that's all I have on that side. And then this side, I love this ear. I have my cartilage, and then the same thing down here with the 3. And then this one, I think it's called the forward helix, which this one like did not hurt at all. I was like really surprised when I got it because I thought it was gonna hurt really bad. Okay, obviously, there is so many questions about like, when are you getting engaged? When are you getting married? Blah, blah, blah. Which I love that you guys are like invested in Bronson and I's relationship. If you don't know, Bronson and I have been dating for almost 8 years. It'll be 8 years in July. We've been dating since our junior year of high school. And we did long distance all throughout college. I've been planning on doing a Q&A with him, kind of like more in depth, because a lot of you guys have been asking about long distance. And we definitely have a lot we can share on that if that's something y'all are interested in. Engaged. I don't know. Maybe soon. But also maybe not soon. Sorry, that's very vague, but we're not really in any rush, just because Project C, we kind of decided to put a lot more money into it than we were initially thinking that we were. So obviously, I just think we're so busy growing businesses together that that's just not on the forefront out of our minds right now. Like obviously we'd love to get married and get engaged. It's just not like we don't want to do it like right now. You know what I'm saying? I think I shared this. Where the frick is it? Here she is. I think I shared this cream bronzer. It's, I think, Anastasia I got the color Me. I didn't like this at first, but I have to say I'm liking it more and more. And if I pair this and then put bronzer on top, I think it looks really nice and really clean. I do put it kind of high on my cheekbone. That looks pretty even. Good job, wow. And then I kind of just round my forehead as well. And I've been doing this, like blending with a beauty blender, and I feel like it kind of works better. Next question. Okay, someone said buying a house tomorrow. Any helpful tips from a current homeowner? You guys, buying a house, the process was scary and it's worth it. Like, trust me, it's worth it. I love owning something and like being able to do whatever I want with it, but it is like way more expensive than you're thinking. Like, make sure that you just have stuff saved up for when things go wrong, because things go wrong. Let me just give you an example, okay? I had to get my hot water heater fixed and I had some plumbers come out. They weren't great. Gonna be honest, they were not the best, because they had to like pull out my dryer and they left, or they had to pull out my washer and they left something unhooked. So when we started the washer flooded and it like got all the carpet upstairs wet, and that was like something we were not expecting. So then when the plumbers leave, like the hot water is still not working. Like it's still just like freezing cold, and we were like, what the heck? We just replaced the hot water heater, like why is it not working? Turns out the water heater didn't even need to be replaced, okay? It was my electrical circuit, which is behind this door. The entire panel was fried and it could have been like a massive fire. And so literally like both of those things were like $2,000 each. And I was like, okay. And I didn't even need to do the upstairs one. They just freaking gypped me, but whatever. Anyways, I'm over it, kind of. So yeah, I don't know, just like be prepared for things to break and just like know that like you're in charge and you have to fix it. But it is fun besides those moments, like when things break. Who is your role model when it comes to fitness? I love this question because I have one big one. I literally love her and I'm obsessed with her. Her name is Stephanie Williams. I think she lives in the UK, but I love the way that she combines like health and wellness while also being like very strong and beautiful, but also being like aesthetic. Because I don't know, I don't classify myself as like a gym girl. Some of you guys might classify me as that, but I try not to be, because that's not what I really want to be. I want to be like overall health and wellness, just like living a healthy lifestyle if I have to classify myself something. But I do have like so many passions, I don't really want to like pigeonhole myself. Yeah, I also just like love aesthetic. I love fashion, and I love to portray fitness in like a beautiful way rather than like hardcore way, if that makes sense. Have Bronson and I ever gone on a break / broken up? No, we have not. We've gotten close though, to be honest. College, sophomore year and junior year were really, really hard. Like I was just going through a lot with like soccer and not really playing and having trouble there, and then tearing my ACL, and that like was so horrible, and I was just like depressed, and my life felt like it was falling apart. And this is like a big testament to Bronson, because he is like the most loyal, caring person. Like he stood by me through that entire thing, and just like even when I was being so horrible and mean to him because I was just like so upset, there's really no excuse, but he just like put up with it. And I really do think that's made our relationship so much stronger. But we never like actually took a break, we just were like fighting all the time. But I think that's why we are the way that we are now, is like we went through that, if that makes sense. You just have to like understand when you are going through that type of period with your like significant other, you just have to kind of make the choice within you. It's like, I can throw in the towel. Like anybody can throw in the towel and like throw away their relationship. And sometimes that's for the best. You have to really dig deep down. You're like, if this is the person I want to be with, you just fight. You just like fight for your relationship. And I'm really glad we did that, because I love him. I know, cheesy. Okay, right now I'm doing the cream blush. It's from Rose Inc, and this is the color Ammonia. I'm showing everything upside down. Oh, sorry. With blush, I literally put it up around my eye and like barely even on my cheekbones. And then if I have leftover, I'll put it on my cheek. Apparently this is supposed to make your face look like super lifted and high, and we love that. So I'm gonna do cream everything and then go back over with my powder stuff. Okay, a lot of you guys are asking about healthies, which is making me so happy and excited. But one girl asked if we could just get like a generalization of healthies, and yes, of course you can. I'm gonna do a full video when Healthies is like completely ready to launch on like how to use it, what it all entails, everything about it. So it's gonna be a subscription service, so it's gonna be $12.99 a month. There will be new uploads every single week. Like I'm pretty sure there's almost 15 workouts uploaded every single week, so you should like never run out of workouts on the app. I personally don't enjoy programs. Like I never finish programs just because I get bored and I like to switch up my workouts a lot. And so if you like that, then this is definitely for you, because we have both HIIT and lift, treadmill running workouts, ab workouts, and cool down and warm up exercises on there. And basically you are in control. If you are someone who likes a schedule, there is a schedule on there in each category for you. But if you're not, you can simply click like HIIT, and then you say pick my workout, and then you can choose from like lower body, full body, upper body, cardio and ab. You won't have to scroll through like hundreds of workouts. One will be randomly chosen for you, and if you don't like it, you can go back, choose it again, and it'll be randomly chosen for you again, if that makes sense. It'll be easier to show you once I have the app in my hands, but that was like essentially the premise, just because I didn't want it to be difficult. Like health and fitness should not be complicated, it should be fun. And so that's kind of like the vibe that I wanted Healthies to have. I just don't want it to be hard for you. Like if you're someone who gets super overwhelmed with like choosing what you should do for a workout, this should make it so simple. And then there'll also be healthy recipes on the app. I did include like macros and calories because they are single serving recipes, but they're at the very bottom. So if that's something that bothers you, you're not gonna see it. It's at the very bottom. So I'm just so excited for you guys to actually finally see it, just because it's like, this has been in my head for so long and like a dream of mine, and to see it finally come to life and like actually hold it on my phone, I'm like, this is weird, but like so cool. So I can't wait for like you guys to get it, if that makes sense, because I've been looking at it for forever now. Okay, it's really hard for me to talk and do makeup at the same time, but you know what? I'm trying here. Next, I'm gonna go in with this faux tan bronzer by Bare Minerals. I swear this is not sponsored by Bare Minerals, but I wish it was. It's the best bronzer I've ever used. I love the color of it. I think it's just so freaking good. And since I've already done that one cream, I don't want to do too much because I don't want it to look too crazy, you know what I'm saying? Just basically do like this same spot that I put the cream blonde, put the cream blondes, put the cream blonde. Bronzer. I keep saying blonzer. This is the blush from Bare Minerals as well. It's the Cloud Coral color. I love this color. It's very not pinky, like it's almost an orangey color, and I feel like that looks really good with my skin tone because I have like olive skin tone. So I think this looks the best on me. I try to stick to like warm tones, but I do kind of keep this just high as well. I will bring the powder a little bit more on my cheekbones, but oh, I just love this blush. I think it looks so good. What does Bronson support the most that you do? If you have met Bronson in person, he is the most supportive person I've ever met in my entire life. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, he's just like a big dreamer, like, which I love about him because very few people are like that. But if you tell him, like, say you tell him a dream and you're like, I really think I want to do this, I want to start this, I want to go here, I want to do this, he's like, yeah, do it, 100%, go for it. And like, he will be in your corner every single time, and I just love that about him. So like, I can't pick even one thing that like he supports me the most in, because he supports me in literally all areas. Like, anything I wanted to do, he would be like, yes, go for it, 100%, you'll thrive in it. And he's just like the biggest encourager and supporter. That has really like made a big impact on my life, because I don't think that I would have had the guts to do anything that I've done really in my life without him like standing there by my side. Because social media, I never ever once thought I would be like in this position at all. But Bronson was like, you should totally start a YouTube channel, like it'd be so cool, I can edit for you. I don't know if you guys know this, but Bronson edited all of my YouTube videos when I was playing soccer, because I obviously didn't have time. I was getting my master's and also playing, so like I had zero time to edit, and he would literally edit every single one of my YouTube videos for me. And like, truly, I would not have this YouTube channel like without him and his encouragement and his help. And like Project C, he's done so much on, and just with Healthies, he always has helped me do everything that I needed for Healthies. So he's just the best. He literally is best. Ooh, someone said, what is your unpopular opinion? I feel like I kind of have a lot of unpopular opinions. I just kind of keep them to myself. If I had to say one, I would say something on social, okay, it's something on social media that kind of like bothers me, I guess, is when people get mad at other people for like having physical fitness goals. Just because I feel like that's not a bad thing. I feel like everything in life depends on intent, right? So if your intentions are like unhealthy and they're not pure and they're not good, it's like obviously that's not the way to go about health and fitness. But it's okay to like have physical goals. I have physical goals. I feel like everybody has physical goals, but for some reason, some people on social media are like against that. But in the end, I feel like you're gonna find a more intrinsic motivation for working out. But if your goals start solely physical, here's what I have to say. At least you're starting. At least you're getting out there, and at least you're moving, and at least you're starting your fitness journey. Because everybody has their own path, okay? Not everybody's path is just like perfectly straight. Like we all, it's a roller coaster, okay? Anyways, I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, but okay, so here are the two things that I'm using for my brows. This is from Benefit, this brow micro filling pencil. I'm pretty sure I get it in, yeah, deep brown. And then this is like the best eyebrow gel from Refi. I think that's how you say it, Refi. I have their lip kit as well. Their lip kit is so good. But basically what I do is I just like fluff up my brows, and you're gonna have like a tiny bit of white glue, so you have to go back in the little spoolie and kind of, oh my gosh, I didn't even tell you guys. I was trying to trim this eyebrow, like the front of it, and I cut it too short. It's kind of grown out, but don't look too close, okay? Once you do that, you're gonna take the spoolie on the end, and I kind of just brush them in and kind of like spread them out, make them look a little bit natural. I don't really fill in my eyebrows a ton because they're obviously very thick. I got big mama eyebrows as well. But I do fill in like this tiny little front portion just to make it kind of look a little bit more even. Just because they kind of get a little sparse. Okay, I gotta do this over here because it's way too hard. How to build a social media presence and build a brand. I kind of have a lot to say on this because I feel like so many people nowadays are so driven with the idea of like getting a following, and I think it's great because this is like a great job. It's super new, like nobody really knows where this industry is going, which can be terrifying, but also it gives you the room to be creative and be yourself and explore all these different passions that you have, which is phenomenal. But I just think when your goal and your motivation, like I don't know, if you guys can't tell, I'm very big on like intent and motivation because I think that drives everything. Because two people could do the exact same actions but have different motivations, and I feel like they mean completely different. Does that make sense? But if your only goal is to like get a bunch of followers and get sponsorships and make money and blah blah blah, it's like people can see through that very easily. Like we're all humans. It's just like if you were to talk to someone in person, like you can pretty easily like see through people who are like kind of being fake almost. So you really have to just do it for the right reasons and be completely yourself. I feel like I kind of struggle with that sometimes just because I'm like scared of like backlash or haters or whatever, but I'm just learning as I go on just to be myself, because I am the only me on planet Earth, and like everybody can do what I eat in a day in my life. Like there's so much of that on the internet nowadays. You can scroll and find one in 5 seconds if you really want to. So that's not really what makes you unique. What people want to see is people's personalities and to feel like some genuine connection through the internet, which is so weird to say, but that's kind of how life is now, and it's beautiful and it's kind of scary at the same time. But I just think you always need to have like some sort of genuine motivation behind it, and the followers will come, the brand will come. Yeah, I don't know. And it's like some people could be listening to this and be like, easy for you to say, you already have it, you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I know, but I feel like that's kind of gives me an interesting perspective, is because I didn't really try for this really. I mean, obviously I put in a ton of work work, but my motivation was never to, oh, I'm gonna gain a bunch of followers and get sponsorships and blah, blah, blah. It's like my motivation was like, I wanted to share my life. I thought this would be cool for memory's sake, just to like start vlogging my college career. And then it's like now I'm transitioning out of that into normal everyday life, and I wanted to share my struggles of like finding a passion for fitness and kind of what that looks like after sports, and nutrition, like what that kind of looks like after sports, because that was like a really big part of my life, and now it's not anymore. Genuinely wanted to share when I saw that I was like connecting to people and reaching people. That kind of made it all worth it for me, and I was like, wow, social media is like way more powerful than I ever really thought before, you know? And so, yeah, I mean, I guess my biggest piece of advice is just like, be yourself. Just be yourself, because there is nobody else like you, and the people will come. The people will come. I curl my eyelashes, and then I've used these two mascaras for literally forever. The Dior primer, I feel like this does make a really big difference. The Maybelline Rocket, dude, I swear by this mascara. I think it's so phenomenal. Let me just do this off camera, because I cannot be doing this on camera. I'm sorry. Okay. Lashes are done. Okay, lastly, we're gonna do lips, which I also use. I think it's called the Lip Sculpt from Refi. This is the color Fawn, but I actually like the color Taupe. That's my favorite. It's like the perfect nude. This one's a bit darker, but I cannot find the other one for the life of me. So I guess we'll just do this one for today. This also comes with like a little like gel almost that makes the lip liner like matte and stay all day. That works. It's amazing. Okay, here we go. Lip liner. I don't know. This is gonna be really hard on camera. Ooh. And kind of take my finger and like smudge it a bit so it's not such a harsh line. And then you take this bad boy on the other end, and it's like this little gel, and you kind of just swipe it on there, and then you let it sit. But isn't this color pretty? It's like a darker nude, like almost a brown. Anyways, you let that sit for a little bit before you put on like any gloss or anything. It makes it last for a really long time. Okay, let's see. I'll answer like 2 more. Someone asked, would I ever release activewear? No. That is like so difficult. The people who launch activewear stuff, like, give them big props, because that's really difficult to do. Okay, so this is kind of like these 2 questions go hand in hand. I'll kind of like end on this one, but it's, what is Bronson's long-term goals, Project C, question mark? And then another one was, what are my top goals for 2022? I have a whole video on my top goals for 2022 if you want to check that out, but I'll also tell you in this. Bronson's goals, he would love to do Project C full-time, like as soon as possible. It just depends on how everything goes, and obviously yeah, it's just like up in the air. Like, we don't really know how everything is gonna go, but we're hoping for the best, obviously. But yeah, that's his dream, is he just wants to be like a business owner, entrepreneur. Like, he is the most driven entrepreneurial mind I've ever met in my entire life, so that would definitely be like his long-term goal. Hold on, let me take out these little barrettes. Make my bangs look better. Much better. So yeah, those are definitely like his long-term goals. And I guess my top goals for 2022, I think you guys kind of know like my business goals technically. Project C and Healthies are like top of my list, like really just trying to get as organized as I can with all of those, and kind of like stepping into my role as like a business owner, because that's obviously very new for me, and I'm very excited to do that. It's just like kind of unknown, obviously, so that's a little bit nerve-wracking, not gonna lie, but I think it'll be really good. So those are like top of my list. I am really proud of myself for doing Sports Illustrated. That was a goal of mine, is just to like do it, and so I'm just proud of myself for like submitting a video and like doing the whole process. And I think I learned a lot about myself and about what I want, and I don't think I'm gonna try out again. I don't think I'm going to, but it was like a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it was like so awesome. So I'm happy that I did it, and I'm like proud of myself. I guess like a personal goal of mine is kind of working on time management and just also being kinder to myself. I feel like I am very quick to judge and to like be very critical on myself, and I'm not like that to other people. And I'm like, why are you like that to yourself if you're not like that to other people? Like, you should treat yourself with the same respect that you treat others with. And so that is something that I'm working on, obviously. And yeah, just kind of finding like a work-life balance, because it can get pretty difficult when social media is your job, because it's like, this is hard to explain, but kind of how I explained it to my friends is like, say it's the weekend, I'm like, I'm taking the day off, I'm not working. But it's like, even if I post a story, like, I know I'm not working because I love doing that, but it kind of is work in a sense, because I'm like opening up social media. So in my mindset, it's like you're still working and it never feels like a break, even though it's really not that difficult of work. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I'm just trying to kind of find that balance and maybe like figure out boundaries that work for me in social media, but we're working on it. We're working on it, okay? So this is the final look. Here she is. I thought I was doing a little bit glam, but honestly, this is kind of like my everyday, like glam and everyday kind of just like turn into the same thing. I'll try and link most of the products down below if you want to get like the specific stuff that I showed in this video. I had fun chatting with you guys. We should do this again soon. I hope you guys are having a great day, whatever day you're watching this, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because it really helps out my channel and helps me out and helps push my video to new people. So I'd really love if you gave this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Love ya.